Inside Story Uganda, real source of political updates.
When you move with that mentality, the government has helped you to uplift women. You were wrong. Who did the Indian government help Indira Gandhi to become prime minister and to produce prime ministers, which was not a kingdom? Did the government of Bangladesh uplift the women to enable Bandara Naik to become prime minister of Bangladesh and even appointed Mamawe? Did the Pakistani government change rules and the Minister of Gender, which would be a Minister of Equal Opportunities, to have Bhutto?
Those government zonna ezifuze Uganda, government ya Museveni yesinze
government ya Museveni yesinze okwonoona abakazi. Why? Bw'osoma psychology bakugamba nti singa akakoko tekeebojjera G with the beak does not develop kafa, akakoko kayina okwebojjera eggi lyako kafulume era kajja nga kayina emmere kamazaako 24 hours. The beak to develop, akakoko kayina okwebojjera eggi lyako. There was a man, and I nakisoma mu psychology, omusajja atunulira cockroach. A cockroach is always white nga bagizaala eri ku kisenge ne stretching. The other man said, let me help it. It died. It did not complete its cycle. The person, let me tell you, in Arab countries women cover themselves. How come that the girl who engineered, who led the revolution that put Bashir on the political heap was a woman who has encouraged women in Saudi Arabia to drive cars, to participate in elections? If we are propelled by somebody, then it means it's not a revolution. A revolution must be internally. But once you say, that's what I tell you. When Museveni appoints me a minister, I don't slaughter my chicken. I'm entitled, I have the brain. But others, Prime Minister, let me take the oath with my husband. Me, I'm not changing it at all. There was a time when I went to somebody and paid me 50 million, a check of 50 million. The man said, why are you smiling? Why should I smile? Do you think this is the first check of 50 million to have landed into my hands? Even if it had not happened, but you cannot take advantage of me. When Mutesa became president of Uganda, he donated his salary to the Kalamajongo. But what the Kalamajongo did, the Kalamajongo did not recognize this anywhere. They looked at it. Shall we waste Kalamajongo at independence? Shall we wait Kalamajongo to develop? The Kalamajongo refused. If it was Uganda, if it were Baganda, they would have declared Mutesa in one of their clans. But the Kalamajongo looked at it differently. Why should Mutesa donate his salary to Kalamoja? Are they not districts in
Uganda?
Yes.
Ebyoninga tuwabiza ensonga.
Don't tie. The moment you say that Museveni has helped you, then you are not done the work. You force like a kakoko. This is when you remove like me, arrogant and lovely. Nobody has helped me to get where I am. I'm a self-made person. I was a newspaper vendor
sinzo omukyala asoose okukyaza ndowooza nange nasambya
samba akaji. Don't believe. In fact, you did it wrongly in the introduction. You would have said, we are now working in shift. I'm now with the person next time, and don't go. Share with Muyanga. Now that Muyanga has given you opportunity, temuchiteka wonti lunaku lwaki muddeyo mufumbiro batujja mufumbira ate muddeyo olunaku lw'abakyala abasajja be bafumba nedda olunaku lw'abakyala kati nze ngenda okubeera waggulu nedda ekyo kitegeeza bakuwadde buwi. I don't believe in physicians. This is why obadde ombuuza abaserikale naki the government stopped long time ago to put fuel in my car.
naye bakuwe emmotoka toyagala bakuwe enju bakuwe n'omukyala
kyovulema n'omulenzi tayinza kunjoga ebyo mubijoga bakadaga mubijoga bano bwe mufeedinga. I am capable of looking after my family with or without government facility.
Tosobola tubuulira kituufu.
Nkubuulira
ensonga ya Nuupu
ndi mukozi
omuvubuka mwesigwa yavuddeyo n'agamba Nuupu ye yamukuba omuvubuka yava n'agamba nti abasirikale bamuwamba ne bamutulugunya yabikyusizza.
What is happening? In fact, I pity people like Kasayija. I pity people like Nabanja. I pity people like these ministers.
Atebe bamutulugunyiza.
In fact, let me tell you, you are discussing symptoms. In fact, if I get a chance of meeting President Museveni, I will tell him, do your cabinet a service. Tell Mwenda to address Uganda's cabinet. Mwenda agenda yogere mu cabinet ya Uganda, not Changwanza.
Luwaj.
And then devoted this. Me, I watch their meetings. We have two groups. Tuina group ya realists. Tuina Mwenda, tuina Uncle Sam, tuina Professor. Tuina group ya Nabanja temanyi kiri munsi. Kijja kugwa badduke bino bakasajja. The arrogant group ya Nabanja yabaje. I'm a prime minister. Nyezo kubba ebyange mumpa ekitiibwa see issue. I would support, if I had the powers, I would advise the president to take Mwenda to cabinet.
Nenda wa presidential advice.
Andrew Mwenda. Bamutwale mu cabinet yabasomesa. We have, may I conclude, we have 4 challenges. May I write? Mu Uganda, we have 4 challenges in Uganda. Very fundamental ones. Nabanja one day will wake up and Gabane Badus. Beba Mutirewan. Or you can find you Baba Mutirewan. Tuan Baba Mutirewan.
Baba Kubidachi.
Kubanga and Zenkuri until Koa a Fuge Guanga. A Koa Fuge Guanga, one who can simulabam. Karugira Averum. So when you come at Beba Mutirewan. But what a summer of Babitirewan. You see, we have 4. 1, we have a disgruntled security apparatus. The retired generals are disgruntled because they were not prepared for retirement. But the serving army officers are poor, except a few. The veterans are poor because the army has always been eaten, in spite of an organization for veterans. Very dangerous. This is a very dangerous situation. To have retired generals who are disgruntled, to have serving generals who are disgruntled. If the generals are disgruntled, what about the sergeants? The lower ranks, they are disgruntled.
Over what?
You have policemen who lose, who are deducted of their money every month. They are disgruntled. I think the only institution that is not disgruntled is the prison department. Baina facilities za
ensonga tuli ku mwana ono wanno
kugambye ekyo kimu we have kugambye nti Museveni can take advantage of Mwenda to address cabinet yakasajja Nabanja bategeere ekiri mu ggwanga tebakimanyi bali waggulu eno mubire we have a disgruntlement in all security forces. N'abayiso bababba sente zaabwe, n'abamilitary intelligence bababba. Kakati that's one. The second dangerous position we have in Uganda, you have killed the informal sector. The shock absorber of all governments, bad governments in Uganda, was the informal sector. Look at a man, a young man, ngakasajja kono ko Kampala akafere bende. Abo mu Kampala bakozesera police okujja kabana boda zaabo. As this man goes to a bar or a public place, alaba mawuli agesawe, alaba kasayija nga yebajjagala, alaba nabanja nga yebajjagala, badde omwavu eggulu. Umpekitibwa. Amanda, the issue is not you have facilities. The issue is what criteria do you use to access those iron sheets. Okitegedde omwana gwe bajjeko boda atayina mutwalo alaba nabbanja nekasajja nga bajooga bakunamira abantu bajooga. I don't know how this iron sheets came to me. Nemufamily ya mukasajja kasajja akola ki mu government? This is very arrogant. How can you tell people that iron sheets found themselves in my compound? Don't you have people who are the people? I went with that because kasajja okujja kunga embuzi zironda kasajja tasobola kuwangula tumweba tasobola kuwangula kalulu era baagula buguzi. How can a minister of finance fail to win an election? This your attitude is either senile or stupid. Tuyinza kudya amabaati ne mugegabira ne muga nti jegali nze prime minister temunjoga nange nina ezenkaba. You create a criteria. Chovola bane ba minister tebafunye kuba bayina mu kagroup kaabwe
begabira ku WhatsApp.
Kakati nkugamba you have vetted the private sector. 3, because of these anti-people policies, to grab enyanja mu Bempuuta, to grab nabaga nti ekiri mu Ankole. I watch banyankole meetings in their language. Naye enkoni eyowoba mu Ankole, enkoni eri mu Ankole, kunyama, amata, n'amaliba, enkoni. Mujja kulaba abakutte emikolo.
Minister Goret Tutu yasabye addeyo yeetereza akomewo annyonnyole bulungi.
The first point, a very fundamental issue, the popularizing BOBI WINI. BOBI WINI is nurtured, is watered by government mistakes. Yes, and BOBI WINI has an advantage as the following of the youth, especially in the centre. Governments are not overthrown in the villages. You cannot overthrow a government in the community. But people in Navagamba, BOBI WINI is very dangerous because there's a large following in the city. Even bad governments have failed in the cities. And when you look at the voting pattern, we have 2 million voters in Kampala. But a district like Chotira in Abalonze Mitwaleji, no mukazi, in constituency. Abo bali wala. Naye musite mwenyini muno. Mumujoze, muni kubantu ni mbanyola ku. Kana kusajja ka fodembe ne kabambikiza kana babantu. Omwana ona atudde wakanga gwe kasajja gwe. Omujjako boda ina omubba sente ze. Agenda okulaba nga bakunama. If you strip yourself naked before drunkard men, you are raped. These people are inciting Ugandans to start to ignite a revolution. Bacha kujikamuchibuka mudukema saba obujozi bwa mungu mbajoga. Kakati nkubuli anti ezo factors zirinya. How do we solve these factors? Enyezo. The fact that the veterans, the serving army officers and the ranks and the file of the military, the policemen are hostile, are disgruntled. Then you come to people like me who are very disgruntled. That's why I like it is Saleh. Saleh did not condition man on me. But what a billion billion, I not to denounce. muchirete embatti try to trade this bakube embatti kakati that's one kakati bano bagundi bano scandals are intended to demobilize the people, to incite the people. Ati bamenyese handling. A scandal must be followed up by punishment. If you reveal a scandal, tibabya mabati. Bali bade kati parliament duka no gundi ono prime minister duka bani baduka. You have created an inquiry. Why do you shout at us? Kuba nabanja namulabye akugamba nti ayina mabati mu office ye. How do we access that mabati? How do we distinguish the two? The mabati for Karamoja and your mabati. Need to mumanyi mukola. You were inciting the population to riot. People with power in the oduke ne nyumba yo bajoche wamu. Kubanga timukitegedde nti nze ever since I went to Saleh, my family is suffering from tremors. Why? Basatulating a room and Saleh and the billionaire said. Buli mukazi azinsaba zirutaho. Buli mukazi azinsaba n'abaana. Saleh akubadde billionaire sente eriwa.
Ati buli agende wa Saleh afuna sente.
Ati kyenkubuulira. Kakati kyenkubuulira ekyo kyennyini. The political tremors, the social tremors that are rocking my family just for going to Saleh. Where is the money from Saleh? Kakati mwe society kyebuuza. How do we benefit from mabati? Mugawadde baki? What's the criteria? No, kubanga tamanyi kiri ku nsi. That's why I'm telling you. When I see mwenda ina gundi kakati kankubuli. Ebyo byonna is possible. When kubati kosa deception. Njagala mbabuulire. Oyo omusajja byeyogedde nakugamba nti bali bazanya bubadde bwabwe. Do you remember a man who appeared in an animal t-shirt nga bamukubye musumali mukamu? Okyamujjukira? Do you remember this man? Omusajja yakugambye nti batukuba painkillers ne tutawulira. Nagamba Kayihura, you cannot believe it, you're a woman. They recruited when they wanted to undermine Kayihura. They recruited the prostitutes in Kampala. Anytime they are demonstrating in Kampala and the police try to arrest these women, they would expose their private parts. Bakunamira police. One of them, yakunamira police, yebambo wamonita ne bokuba. Nti omwana bamwambudde. Nengamba Kayihura, no, I have evidence. They trained the prostitutes to strip themselves naked whenever they are confronted by the police.
Bani abakole.
Opponents of government. They reason beyond. They do things. Nabagamba. Nti Museveni simunenya. Obancha wanchawo. Naye Museveni cannot understand abantu bibye bakola. Museveni does, even when I talk to Saleh does not understand that the organ transfers. Tibaba abantu organs. But by the time bomwana nge bamuse musalu batiku. Kakati accident zakirira olabayo Masaka, olabayo afira mugundi mubikaje bya meta, olabayo women had reached a certain level. Nemba gamba mu Uganda mulimu bagundi basajja zabatta abantu. The access that is actually organized. But even Saleh does not believe, Museveni does not believe, even my sons who are doctors refuse. They say kidney ojijja mu muntu ayina okubeera ku bed yo. This is why they are taking you abroad. But they also have a sophisticated way of protecting these human organs because bali baliteeka. Kakati Museveni ye bino tabikkiriza. You cannot understand the practice of prostitutes and like you are prostitute. Let me tell you. These people publicized the act on homosexuality. Museveni yaita mu press conference nangana. You see, these Europeans, unless you tell them eat your mother something, they cannot understand. Kati bakuganti lyalifu. Nti bakutta omusajja mulamba, one of their members. Bamwadde billion mwagenda bakole naye muli basi. You are stupid. You are in parliament. You are idiots. How can you get one man to write a law for you? Ye kyatamanyi ono wagundi nti he will never step in America. These people are running kati bamuwana fattening him. Why doesn't this law, which has been, we have been hearing Kazimba talking about homosexuality, on which level talking about homosexuality, how come that the government is not in the initiator? How come that the bill that was assented to by the president, you are now realizing that it had no quorum? Why don't you amend it? You look into it and you say whether it serves the same purpose. See, if the question was quorum, why don't you have a quorum? I'll say you. Basari. I talked to him. I found him somewhere. They're going to use you. How can a whole parliament give you an assignment? This, what does it want to do? And the Attorney General's chambers. The parliament has a department to do with the laws. My son drafts laws in the parliament. Why are they giving it to you? Abaganda tulina olugero badira omukono bamuteeramu amazi mugayita mutya mu lusoga amazi
otegeza ki kyennyini
basali bamutiisa amazi
g'okunywa
amazi nagisi basali bamutiisa nagisi amazi bamugabye sente. How can he assign one man? Is the Basari an expert in law? You appoint Rugunda Chancellor. You appoint the other man who fed the Minister of Finance, Makere Vice Chancellor.
Basari was a lawyer.
But why do you forget about Dr. Kindu Makubuya, a professor?
Basari was a lawyer.
Tasana Kubera professor. Tasana Kubera Chancellor. A person, a dean of law, Makere University, PhD, Yale University America. Lukunda yabera a guru. These are government institutions. Yale Lukunda yabera, Unumune Navera, Chidu Makuya Tabera. Unumamwetisiza in Nagis. You, if you are telling us that there was a law, what's wrong with this law? Why don't you bring it back? What if Museveni has sent it back? Bamukutene Nagisi. Oyo omusajja bamutisse nagisi
besize lawyer basalirwa abakiikirire.
How many times has he been involved?
Balabye nga yajja osobola okukola
kitwala amazzi kati adduse yatwala amazzi ku bukoddo